What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the 9th episode of 86. This one's titled Goodbye. Very ominous ending title, which I think is fair considering what's about to happen. We are down to our last 5 of Spearhead Squadron already. Like, that's what's surprising me about this, is that we're already down to just the last 5. The 4 that were left from episode 7 got just killed off screen. We didn't really even get much about them. Like, I kind of joked, so I was like, oh, I'm sure that look at these fodder characters, right? I didn't expect them to actually go that quickly. And we're already off on our special reconnaissance mission, which is basically our suicide mission. Because, well, the 86 have to die, and that's part of Spearhead, and we've done this mission many times. The important thing here, though, is that if this recon mission was actually successful, and we brought back information, then that would actually maybe change the way the Republic thinks, because, well, the Republic doesn't really know, at least I don't think they know, how kind of screwed they actually are. They're just assuming that their defenses will be enough even without the 86, but I don't think it will be. I really don't. Like, yes, they've got minefields, yes, they've got the big walls and the artillery and stuff, but I don't think that's going to stop the Legion, especially since the Legion is getting more and more advanced as time goes on, with our Shepherd units and such coming in, and the continued evolution, essentially, of the Legion, which is scary to think of, because who's at the very top of that pyramid? Like, yes, you've got the Shepherds that are above, like, all the other ones, but who's above the Shepherd? The Shepherd is not top. There are multiple Shepherds, so who's controlling them, or who's in charge of them and deciding what happens to them? Or are they just, like, their own little, not little, but their own separate squads, essentially, just like how we have Spearhead Squadron and other combat squadrons that we've got here in the Republic. Kind of curious about that as time goes on. I'm also very curious about the Shepherd design itself. As you guys know, I very much enjoyed in episode 2, I think it was, when we got the breakdown on the Juggernaut and how, like, it has this 57mm cannon and everything about it. And then it was, who was it? Someone on my Discord. Let me just double check the name just so I don't get it wrong. Where is the 86 Discord? There it is. So yeah, Fusel. Posted a bunch of the blueprints and stuff for the basic drones, as well as our scavenger unit, Fido. And they have got one for I believe, the Shepherd unit. I haven't actually looked at it. I just know that he's provided it for when we get there. I'm not going to look at it before we start this episode, obviously. And depending on how we go with the Shepherd here, because I assume we're going to be fighting the Shepherd here. It seemed like what was going to happen at the end of the last episode. Maybe I'll take a look at it then and see what we got, because the Lerva is a huge thing. Like, it's a massive fuck-off tank with a 120mm cannon versus the Juggernaut's 57. Huge contrast in weaponry. I don't think that 120mm cannon, I mean, they could have deployed their own 57mm cannon and probably wiped out the Juggernauts. That's just how thinly armored and terrible they are. But still, the fact that it's a 120 just completely obliterates it. Like, even a near miss would probably do some damage. That's how significant they are. But yeah. We also learnt from Annette about her involvement in the persecution of the 86ers, and how she kind of had the opportunity to protect her neighbours, at least like one of the kids that she was friends with, which I think is very heavily hinted to be Shin and his brother. I think that's very heavily hinted as such. And that eventually when her father committed suicide from the guilt of performing human experimentation on the 86 when it came to the power raid technology, she then took up the mantle and continued on where she left. So she had multiple opportunities to back out and, like, stand up for it, but she just didn't. Like, and she just went along with the narrative that the Republic's creating here. And she's just as guilty as all of them, and she just can't, to an extent. I think she doesn't like Lena's idealism, because it is idealism. Yes, it's asking for something that's just realistically not going to happen, but it's the fact that Lena is still trying in her way to make that change, whereas Annette realizes she couldn't do that. And I think that's probably what annoys her the most, is that Lena is able to actually try and break free, or is attempting to break free, and she just went along with it, and she can't really forgive herself for that fact, and she's like, yeah, that's messing with her mind a lot. And And then we even go to the uncle, who's again very much in the same boat. And something interesting that I didn't even think of, that yes, if the truth got out, what happens in the Republic would be kind of distressing, and there might be a bit of a civil war almost, as it were. I don't know if there's enough 86ers or enough 86 sympathizers to really spark that, but I didn't even think about it on an international scale. I keep forgetting the Republic and the Empire aren't necessarily the only ones in this world. Any other country that learns of this, they're just going to be a pariah state. So, it is important that this truth be completely buried, and that the 86ers all be wiped so the truth can never get out. However, I've got a feeling that our main five of Spearhead might be a bit of a problem to that, because I don't think any of them are dying anytime soon. I think if this show is going to be impactful, it would maybe cast a question on whether one of them survives episode 11, because episode 11 is the final episode of this part of the core. We've got another core of the show. We don't actually know when. I don't think it's been announced exactly when it's going to release. I'm assuming it's going to be fall 2021, because that would be the typical split core format, and this seems to be a split core show. But there is no actual set date on this, not even a vague month. So, like October, for example, which would be a full show. Maybe they'll announce that at the end of episode 11 here and say 86 will be back in fall 2021 or whatever it ends up saying. They might even delay it to winter 2022 just to give it a little extra time. I wouldn't be surprised, and honestly, I wouldn't be mad, because the quality of this show is just so high that I would not be mad if they decided we need another season just to make sure it's up to the same standards. I would not bat an eyelid at that. I'll be like, brilliant, go ahead, A1 Pictures, I love you, basically, because the quality of this is just outstanding in pure terms, in terms of animation quality, visual quality, sound design especially, VAs, all of it is just working together and is fascinating, and the storyline is fascinating, and it truly makes me wonder how the hell we're having 2 more episodes after this, let alone what's going to happen in the entire second core of the show. I genuinely have no idea where it's going to end up going, and I'm so happy that that is a possibility. You watch enough anime, you kind of get to a point where you recognize certain tropes and you recognize certain directions that the story could go. This one, not a clue, and I love it. So, anyway, gonna load the episode up here. We're gonna finally get into it. So, as per usual, these are time-based format actions here on YouTube. If you want to get this up, so that means bottom left of the screen, see time for the episode as per usual. But if you want to see the full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Symphony G, and Lock Horizon Season 2. We also have movie reactions, and currently ongoing for another day or two is the movie poll for this month. Choice of 6 movies you can vote for if you're a Patreon. Full list of that is also on the Discord, so you can look at my Discord and find the post and everything there. But here on YouTube, we do time-based, as I said. Bottom left of the screen, you'll see the time of the episode. Countdown 3 to 1 play, then on play site episode, I site episode, and we should be in sync. Watch this one on Crunchyroll as per usual, since they're the ones who licensed it. No logos or anything to start with, we're just going straight into the episode. We're looking at the ground, and I think that's like... I don't even know what I'm looking at on the ground there, like some dead birds, maybe? I think that's what that is. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like just like some dead animal or something, like a collection of dead animals. Maybe birds, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But you can use Screen Flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset as well to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should help sync it up a bit more as well. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Alright, yeah, all the voices, gotta love it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a lot of them. God, that's a lot. Brothers here. Oh boy. Hmm. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, it's just so. Oh, there they all in. Oh, I love that. Oh boy, the crazy eyes. Oh boy, it's gonna be very hype. Does Lena have a link here for this battle? Or is she basically being told, just wait for the next group, you don't need to worry about this mission? It's just these 5 left. And Fido. Got so many dead. Alright, here we go. Oh, there's the artillery ones. Oh, those look badass. This one's personal. Yep. Yep, no. Mm-hmm. Oh. Did he just... Okay. Okay. Yep. Out of ammo. Oh, they use APFSDS. That's a nice touch. Armor piercing, fins stabilized, discarding saber. Yeah, you're not lowering shit. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's terrifyingly awesome. What? Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, is this our artillery? Did we just use our own artillery? How the hell did we get that? Yes. Hmm. There's a risk associated with it. Oh, I just love that visual effect. Oh, it's fucking awesome. Yep. Hmm. Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This thing's fucking awesome. Okay, we hit a potential weak spot. What? Oh my god, it's... Oh, that's creepy as shit. There's an organic type component to this? That's not a good sign. Hmm. That's creepy as shit. Okay. We're gonna mortar it. Okay. Mm-hmm. God, this is creepy. With the... Ugh. Yeah, sure. Hmm. Okay, nice. Taking out the small fry. I say small fries if it's that small. Okay, we've got it pinned. There's the artillery. What's this? Again. Wow. Duds. Huh? Okay. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. The music. Oh, the slow motion as well. Holy shit. That's half an episode. We've got a half episode left. I guess we'll see. Well, his memory is now not so blacked out. I guess we'll see it from Lena's perspective now, how she got the artillery and such, probably. It feels like the end of an episode, but we're halfway through. Oh, that's an amazing shot. Little bits of ash and stuff falling, you gotta love it as well. God, it feels like a season end. Only 5 crates of stuff left as well. Goodbye. Alright. She was the one controlling the artillery, I'm guessing. Nice cut. Oh boy. This is how she got that sync vision ability, okay. Yep, she knew. Yep. He's the processor in this squadron. I don't think he even remembers you. Oh. Holy shit. Okay. Lena. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yep. Holy shit, I love it. Alright. Ineffective fire, 52%. Mm-hmm. uh, mm-hmm. Assuming they didn't make copies. Sure. Ah, okay. Can continue on, I guess. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Powering out to move out. Hmm. Heading into the unknown territory. Hmm. Hmm. And we get into the range as well. Connection lost. There's the flowers. God, the fucking music, though. This really feels like a season end. There's 2 more episodes. And then another core. Oh my god. How? How do you go on from this? I have no idea. This building? Like a watchtower or something. It's old and decrepit, whatever it is. I guess this is where we're spending the night. Got some time still, maybe? I don't think we're going to touch on it this episode, though. Oh, the birds are disappearing one by one. God damn it. Nice little touch as well. 5 birds disappearing. And the 5 connections. Next episode, thank you. Wow. Just wow. I love how my screen decided to take that moment to completely blank. My HDMI cable gave up on that one. It's just like, nah, mate, what was that episode? Honestly, that's a little creepy that the HDMI just gave out for a second there, right as all the connections went out, and then my HDMI cable goes out. I'm like, oh god. I just felt like I just lost connections. Wow. I mean, that truly felt like a season finale. Like, that felt like I just witnessed the final of the show. Like, the actual, like, final of a show. And yet we've got 2 more episodes. And then the next core after that. And then undoubtedly more content even after that. I can't imagine this show just stopping after the next core. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? I genuinely don't know. I mean, it maybe someone who knows the source material, since that felt like such a fantastic ending almost, was that like a volume ending or something? Because it very much felt like an ending of sorts, like intentionally an ending of sorts. So I can only assume that maybe it coincides with the source material. In that case, I wonder why they didn't try and think of lengthening it to 11 episodes. Do you think they could have lengthened these 9 episodes into 11? Because I feel like leaving that as a finale point would have been super amazing. But at the same time, what are they going to build up to in these next 2 episodes? Like, what are we possibly going to build up to then cliffhanger immediately after? That's what I'm super curious about. I can only assume Lena's going to have to meet the new recruits in some way. But does she just... What happens? Lena obviously wants to go after them. But there is no way to go after them unless she were to get in a juggernaut herself. And I cannot see her just getting in a juggernaut. Unless her and Annette are going to work on a way of extending the Power Raid's distance in some way so that we can continue to connect with them, even though they're further than our current range. don't see what else we could do. I really don't. I don't know where this is going. I have no idea what direction they're going in, but this was just a beautiful episode. Just straight up a beautiful episode. Like, that first half was brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant in itself. And then we had Lena's change in dealing with Annette. And, like, her attitude towards Annette there was just, oh my god, amazing just to see. And then the emotional goodbye that we got, hence the title Goodbye. I don't know where we go from here. I really don't. Not a clue. Okay, so I am going to pull up, since we've effectively dealt with a Shepherd unit and we've destroyed it, I'm going to, I'm going to look at Fusel's post, because there's like blueprints and stuff of these drones. Apparently the name might not have been said yet, so this is for those of you who are worried about me spoiling a name of a particular legion. I don't think it's that big a deal. Like, I don't think the name's necessarily important per se. I don't see why a name would be a problem. I mean, they're just named as such, like the Lurvers and the other ones. What else were the other ones called? So like Lurvers, the Amiers, the Growlwolves and stuff. It's like, the name's not really that important. So I'm not expecting these ones to be important either. So let me just open it here. So this is part of the Caution drones. So these are like highly dangerous units as opposed to the Legion's basic forces. This heavy tank class is known as a Dinosauria. I mean, I can see why they called it that. It's got like the what was the name of that dinosaur? Is it like a Spinosaurus? Is that the dinosaur I'm thinking of with those fins on the back? Yeah, Spinosaurus with those like spines that go down the center of its back. It looks like it's just got two of them along its sides, and so I can see why it goes along with Dinosauria. It has a 155mm mounted cannon. Of course it does. Interesting that they chose 155. That specifically is different because most nations would say 152. America, Britain would typically use 152mm. Japan used 155 on the Mogami-class cruisers of World War II. Before they changed them to 203s because they were trying to, do treaties and all that, and trying to scam the London Naval Treaty and such. Interesting to use 155. I wonder if that's a particular nod to Japan's affiliation with that weapon. It also has a 75mm coaxial cannon. Like, it has a secondary gun bigger than our Juggernaut's main cannon. And it has 250 cals as well. The unit encountered by Spearhead Squadron was also capable of emitting liquid micro-machine arms. Scope performance and capabilities is unknown. Yeah, those are really weird. I said organic because they felt so organic, but if they're micro-machines, that would make a lot more sense. Because I don't know how they would play on the organic bit there. Name derived from dinosaur, which is very fitting. I mean, this might as well be a dinosaur for the sake of it. Terrifying firepower and a massive frame that puts even the Lurver line to shame. 155mm artillery cannon is just absurd. Auxiliary equipment that is just absurd. 100 tons. Oh, it's a big boy. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. By only moving back, I can trample and crush the majority of this. But yeah, it could just step on a Juggernaut and destroy it. Holy cow. This thing is immense. Absolutely immense. And I love it. Again, I don't know how spoilerish that name Dinosauria is. I don't think it's going to matter too much. It's going to be easier just to refer to it in the future. Like, Shepherd, Dinosauria, whatever. Like, it is a Shepherd. Or at least a Shepherd was inhabiting this one. Whether these will exist as non-Shepherd variants, I guess we'll find out in the future. Maybe the arms that it had are specific to Shepherds, because Shin basically was the arms in that instance. I guess we'll see if we ever encounter another one of them. I feel like it'll be a while before we encounter one of these again. They don't seem like the most overly common things, unlike the Growlwolves and the Lurvers. This very much feels like these are our super weapons almost. I'm sure there's going to be some even bigger than this. And to Fusel, I say, if you can find oh no, wait, we had the artillery one, didn't we? The Growlwolf, was that the artillery one? Yeah, the Growlwolf was the artillery one. Never mind. I was about to say if you can find the artillery one. But yeah, the anti-tank rocket launcher of the Growlwolf, that's what we saw in this episode. I like their designs. They're cool, honestly. And then you had, the artillery. Where is that shot? I want to find that shot of our artillery coming in here, because it was incredible. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. So about 4 minutes 30 in, this shot is just cool. Just seeing the bullets fly, and then the sky lights up. That's incredible. Borrowing your left eye. But then here comes... So awesome. It's so awesome. This show captures it more than many other shows, because I say it a lot when it comes to combat in anime, especially more futuristic or conventional weapon warfare. You've got to get the sound right. The sound carries so much of the combat. Like, you can have very fluid animation, and you can have very cool visuals, but without the sound, it doesn't feel like anything's happening. You need to feel it. Like, when you hear like the bass of it just explode, you need to feel it in your chest. That's the only way I can describe it. You need to feel it, because otherwise you get sort of like Decadence, for example, where the weapons were kind of cool and effective, but they just didn't sound that great, because it's just like these thin little needles that go ptink. It just didn't really work. Like, if you had a more explosive expulsion of gas as they went off, so like instead of just shooting it went like that, for example. Like, I think that would have really added to the show's effects. And I wonder if I could maybe make a fan edit of that. I couldn't obviously post it to YouTube because that'd be copyrighted to hell, but if I added like more dramatized like gas pressure release from these weapons as they eject into it, I think that would have made the combat just sound that much better. And this one, you've got the visuals of the fire in the sky, and then each impact coming down, each bullet fire just sounds good. Each impact, each bounce on the armor, each impact on the armor just is brilliant. This is... You can tell A1 Pictures brought their A-game for this series. You can absolutely tell. And this is what I wish Soma Spider So What was given the attention of, because I'm of the opinion that the source material for Spider, and based on the story and the characters that we've been given, I think there's a huge amount of potential there. I think the animation has let it down, particularly on the human side of things. I've said that many times. Especially the last fight that we got. It's just night and day between any other fight. Like, I even said, what's it called? What series is it? Slime 300 that we watched earlier today. I even said the fighting in that was a bit better than the one in Spider for the human side. It's kind of that bad, but... Oh... This episode, man, I want to rewatch it right now just to enjoy that fight again. Just to enjoy it all again. How many other reactors have picked this up, by the way? Like, I'm not talking like the seasonal reactors like myself who are also watching it. Like, I want Tearbu to watch this. I want Semblance of Sanity to watch this. I want Blind Wave to watch this. I want everyone to watch this series because I want to see how they react to this as well. Like, this is just one of those shows that I'm just like, I want to rewatch with someone. And I seriously hope some of them pick it up. Because I think they'd love it. I think Tearbu especially would love the art and direction of this series. I think he'd appreciate the writing as well. I think he'd appreciate the social consequences of what this world has built as well. I just want more people to see this. I really do. I'm sure there's plenty of... hang on, let me just look. How many other reactors we got doing this? Helps if you put the word reaction in, doesn't it? Well, obviously, Luff Bunny. There's your boy Rock Lee. Yeah, there's a bunch of people watching this, obviously. But man, I would love someone like Tearbu to watch this and really dive into it. Like, really dive into it. That would be amazing. Interestingly, I can't find my own video on YouTube's search history. That's kind of annoying. There it is. It's a little ways down, but it finally got there. I'm doing alright. The things you worry about when you're trying to grow a channel. Anyway, yeah, fantastic episode. I hope you enjoyed that one as much as I did. I have no idea how we're going to get another 2 episodes out of this. Like, we've got to build something up, but we also can't go too far in, otherwise that cliffhanger is going to really, really suck. I guess we'll see, but thank you everyone for watching. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 lineup you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.